Everyone, good evening. My name is 𝗧𝗥𝗨𝗧𝗛 here from Reason from Ashes. How have you all been so far for your Tuesday? All right. So, I'm as you know, Tuesdays are what I call Truth Tuesdays, and I was want to share some reflections that may be confrontational, but it's from the heart, truthfully from the heart. All right. Now, most people think financial crisis comes with a warning. Well, in truth, it doesn't. Most of the time, it shows up quietly in the middle of what looks like a normal life. But by the time you realize it, perhaps it's too late. Why? You're already in it. The truth, the storm isn't coming, to be honest with you. The storm isn't coming. It's already here. Like it or not, whether we realize it. So let me just share with you about a recent encounter with one of my friends. Let's just call her Sarah. Sarah is 35 years old, all right? She's highly educated, very responsible, a working professional. She earns about 6,000 ringgit a month, okay? She gives them to her parents, pays her bills, support her siblings and all that. On the outside, she looks to be, she seems to be doing fine, okay. But one night, she opened her EPF and she transferred out about 1,000 ringgit, just 1,000 ringgit. Is that what she shared with me? 1,000 ringgit just for groceries for a few weeks for her family, for her siblings, for her parents, and all that, and for herself. Nothing fanciful, nothing luxurious, not even for travel, just groceries. You see, over 80% of her income is already committed, be it in loan repayments, credit cards, personal loans, and even PTPTN, right? And about total sum, about 150,000 ringgit in total. She didn't get here by being reckless. She did everything what society told her was somewhat right, and yet she's quietly drowning. And here's the part most people don't realize. Sarah is not the exception. Sarah is Malaysia. That's right. Listen carefully. Sarah is Malaysia. She represents the reality that is happening right now in Malaysia, especially in her age group between mid 30s to mid 40s. Because right now, millions are struggling with just EPF withdrawal just to survive, make ends meet, okay? Like groceries, like Sarah. Young adults are somehow losing millions of ringgits to scams, okay? And even bankruptcies are happening every single day. Like what I shared earlier on, 18 cases per day. And worst part is this, don't even start with retirement. Because previously when I shared, okay, even though it came out as good news, 40% managed to stick to the minimum requirement for retirement sums. But the other side of the story is 60% of Malaysians in workforce are not ready to face their retirement. That itself is already indeed alarming. You see, this does not just happen to the careless, but to the people who look exactly like Sarah. The danger is not the storm. The danger is how normal everything still looks. You're still working, still being able to pay your bills, and you're still telling yourself, it's fine. On the surface, it's fine. That's what most people say right before things break. Yep, that's right, right before things break. I was at a financial seminar recently, this weekend. The room was full, okay, highly energized. Everyone was learning, everyone's opening their hearts. I've seen this before, yet most people walk away with just inspiration and go back to the same habits the next day or next few days. Because to a lot of them, okay, without judgment, without judging, knowing seems like progress, but it isn't. So if you're watching this, don't just agree with me. Do this tonight. Write down exactly your monthly income and your exact expenses. Find out what are your assets, What are your liabilities? I strongly encourage you to read Robert Kiyosaki's book, Rich Dad Poor Dad. That's one of my first few financial management books, personal finance books, okay? That he will teach you how to differentiate between assets and liabilities. Do yourself a favor. Don't just estimate, but face the real numbers, even on paper. Because until you see it clearly, you can't fix what you have been trying to avoid all this while. Like I said earlier on, the storm isn't coming. It's already here. The only question is, do you realize it's already here in time? Next, what will you do if you're aware the storm is already here? So comment storm if this hits home. Tomorrow night, I'll be doing a Reason from Ashes preview from 8:30 p.m. right up to 9:30 p.m. If you want to know what you can do in preparation to face this storm. Until then, this is 𝗧𝗥𝗨𝗧𝗛 signing off for tonight. I hope you can reflect on this tonight and face your numbers in reality. Thank you very much for tuning in. Good night. See you tomorrow night. Thank you.